Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Excel Snippet and iSelf Academy YouTube channel for Excel learning. Like I promised yesterday, I'm about to add the third dimension of our VLookup from a multiple table using indirect function. Again, I'm adding a lot of variant here. I'm trying to build them with all version formulas and as well as a particular formula after 2013 version. Normally, when we work in an indirect functionality, we refer a cell here. I'm not going to do a referential cell in this dimension. I'm going to use the join functionality of concatenate and concat here to build this formula. So let's see how to do that. So let's go to the data. And I should thank for this particular sheet given by Mike Ribbon, my Guruji on YouTube channel, and I am just improvising this particular data a little better. In this data, the data was humongous because we are trying to find out a particular product group and a particular region, and we are combining that and creating a discount rate for a particular product. So I repeat again, we're going to combine these two columns and find the overall value, and then for VLookup I'm going to use the product name, and this time around I'm using an exact match on the VLookup functionality. I'm not using an approximate match. In the earlier two different table I used an approximate match. Here I'm using an exact match. So I'm trying on the other way around. This is something which this is not done by him. He made it as a referential cell, but I am about to build them using a concatenate and concat functionality in pre 2013 version and after 2013 version. Again, here I've already built, or the system is already built with all these tables here, except the first three tables. So we have around 36 different tables built in here. So here in the drop down of the name box you can see all of them, but the first three table is not built. So when I select this, you won't see that there is a table name. Or if you are seeing the table name, then even that is built here. So now I just built all these dimensions and you can see all the data. Now what we normally do is we will use a referential cell to use an indirect functionality, but I am just changing it a little bit, improvising it. I tried it and I got the answer correctly, so I'm using concatenate, the one which is maybe a legacy system formula that I'm using right now. I'm going to give a control A, that pops up the function argument. I'm going to say I want a west to come into play. I'm going to add an underscore in between and a freestyle. That's going to give me the name of the first table for me. So all the tables are defined in that way. So when I give an OK, then I get the freestyle west here. Then I would like to add the indirect function. The indirect function is a referential function. Generally, in this video, when my grievance are used, he used a referential point to point it out. I used a concatenate function. That's it. I'm going to close the bracket and give an enter. Then, as I'm using Office 365 app for enterprises here, so my whole table will be displayed here. So I'm not going to worry about it. I would have populated the entire data here, but again, when I populate this fill effect, will allow me to disrupt my data. So that's the only reason why I didn't add it for all the line item here. I'm just doing it for only one table. And for the west table, whatever the product that I've sold, these are the discount rate that's going to come into play. As for the product, probably for this first line item, the answer is going to be 0.13. Let's say add a VLookup here. So I'm going to just come back here, add a VLookup here, and then I'm going to just give a comma. The VLookup functionality, after the list, the lookup value should be correlated to the product name. Give a comma, and my table array will be the indirect function, the concatenate that I've used right now. And I give a comma. I want the second column from the data. I'm giving 2. Then it's an exact match. So I'm going to give 0 and give an enter. That populates my data completely. So now you can see the whole discount rates are coming for the list. This is I've used a function in here. Probably I would have done it in multiple dimensions. So let me redo this process one more time. I'm just adding this formula for you. This is pre 2013 version. So let me build the way in which Mike Sir always does, the inside out formula. I'm about to build that in our next column where I'm going to use concat functionality. So let me take this formula text more than once, and then so that I can just show you how each and every formula builds, and I can show you how the data is going to work. First formula that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use concat function. So this is 2013 version and above. Then I'm going to use the West, and then come down here. I'll add an underscore here, and then I'll add the free cell text and give an enter. So the first formula that I made here. This is an inside out formula methodology that my grievance are always explains us to us in a beautiful way. I'm trying to just reveal that. And once I got the concatenate, I got the name of the table here. Now I would like to give the indirect function, which allows me to get the discounted rate for me. I'm going to add an indirect function to it. Then I could have given it in a referential component by adding an ampersand here, but I'm using a concat function to achieve it. So now I got the next function that's called indirect function, so which allows you to get the spill effect or the tables that I'm looking for it for. And finally, I'm going to add a VLookup with exact match in here. So I'm going to just come back here, VLookup, and in the VLookup functionality, I want a product. In the lookup value, I want to pick the product called correlator, comma, and the table array will be my indirect function, comma, and I want the discounted rate, so the second column of the data, and I give an exact match. It's going to be 0 or a false here. Comma 2, comma 0. I'm sorry about that. I just removed one of the data out of the equation. That's the reason why it's not coming properly for me. And now I got the complete formula list here. So I just built it in 3 different dimensions here. I've created concat functionality to join the region in the product group. Then I use an indirect function to fetch my discounted rate. And I do a VLookup to match the discounted rate for the respective product that I'm about to build. So these are the 3 formulas that I used. When I put them together, this is pre-year 2013, this is after 2013. Formula is going to be this. I'm going to make it a little larger for us so that I can see the formula, how it is built. So this is how I built the data. So we use concat in the after 2013 version, but concatenate in the pre-2013 version, and I use indirect and match function. So that's why I just mentioned this data is supported in all version and as well as after 2013 version. So with this, our data is coming out to an end. Again, we have one more formula to go forward in this called choose. I'm not using that at the moment, so I'm trying to move on to the next video, which is called an average daily sales of a product. And I should again thank Excel is fun, Mr. Michael, for the video, and I recreated that with a small twist in it by adding the pre-version of 2013 and after version of 2013 using concat and concatenate function instead of using a referential table. The rest I just literally copied him to get the answer what I want here. Actually, I should thank him again because I tried to use this weirdly earlier by adding an approximate match here, or I just left the last line. There are a few answers that came correctly, but there are a few answers which didn't come properly for me. Then I realized that I made a mistake in it, so that's why I just recreate this component one more time. So hope you guys have learned something new. This is Excel snippet and Excel YouTube channel, video number 9 on the Excel topics to learn and Excel topics which can complicate our life too much and it can make that life very easy by using the right formulas and functions. This is Vinod signing out from Excel snippet. Stay updated, keep learning, and please do subscribe and click the bell icon for my channel's regular update. I'm adding at least one video in one topic. I'm adding videos on Excel a lot, but I would like to add videos on Tally, Power BI Desktop, and I'm trying to introduce macros and tabular into play also. So hopefully I'll be adding that also. I'm working on that. So as soon as possible, I'll be adding Tableau videos and as well as Excel macro videos for our future references. Thank you so much for all the support, and the views are flying right now in my YouTube channel. I wish the views to continue to fly further. This is Vinod again. Cheers. Have a great day.